Hello guys, welcome back. So here in this session, we'll talk about basic settings. In previous session, we have seen enterprise structure. So in enterprise structure, what we have done, we have set up the company code, right? Business area now. So what is happening in basic setting? So in basic setting generally, now let's suppose if you have to post a transaction. So if you have to post transactions, the first question is this transactions belongs to like which subsidiary, Tata Motor or Tata Steel, right? Okay, so that is the first thing. Okay, no, so that we have already created as a company code, Tata Motor as a company code. Okay, now within Tata Motor, again, further like bifurcation can be done in Tata Motor. Let's suppose whether it belongs to manufacturing or service business area, right? Manufacturing or service business area, so that we have set up as a business area. Okay, so what will happen when we are going to post a transaction into SAP, when we are going to record a particular transactions, so what will happen? Let's suppose we have like recorded a transaction. So now, so first of all, this transactions worth of 4,000. So for which company code? Tata Motor. Okay. Now it's okay. This 2,000 again. Now likewise, different transactions are going to be posted, isn't it? Okay. So the all transactions are for Tata Motor. Again, within Tata Motor, again you can specify this is belongs to which business area, right? So business area like manufacturing or service, right? Okay. So now here what is happening, guys? So it will be quite easy to get the report, right? So here this is all for Tata Motor, but within what Tata Motor, if somebody want to know like, okay, how many transactions we have posted for like manufacturing business area, what is the overall revenue we have generated from manufacturing unit, what is the overall revenue we have generated from service unit, right? So now here in this case, easily you can get the report. This is for manufacturing, this is for manufacturing, this is for manufacturing. So manufacturing wise, what is happening? We can get the report. So like here, these are the three transactions, right? So a separate report we can get, and for service also you can get a separate report, right? So that we have already created these things. Now the next one is, so these things we have created already, right? Okay, and under enterprise structure, now certain another basic settings are also required apart from this, right? What basic settings? So I'll tell you now. So this Tata Motor is company code, this one is business area, and then the next one is in which financial year. This transaction belongs to which financial year, right? Let's suppose it is like this. Okay. Now, this one belongs to which financial year? From like financial year 22, or generally financial year is also having like, it is again calendar year, non-calendar year, right? We'll see that. So this transactions belongs to which financial year? The next question is, this transaction belongs to which financial year, and again from which period? Okay, period is nothing but month. It belongs to which month? So these things also we have to set up into SAP, right? So these things also we are going to set up. Okay, what we are going to set up, we'll see here in basic settings. Okay, and how we are going to set up, that we'll see in basic setting. I'll tell you now. So in basic setting, multiple things are there that we are going to discuss one by one. Okay, so here we are having posting period variant, fiscal year variant. So one by one we'll discuss this. What is the use of these things, guys, and what is the control? Okay, things are very simple. I'll explain theoretically and practically both. So first of all, we'll discuss about posting period variant. Okay, what is this posting period variant? So just look at here. Now, posting period variant control the posting of a transaction for a specific period. Posting period variant control posting of transactions for a specific period. Now, so I'll just explain one example. Now, when we post a transaction, then while posting the transaction, what is happening, guys? You also have to specify this transaction belongs to which period. In the sense, period is nothing but which month. Okay. This transaction belongs to which month. While posting the transactions, we have to specify the periods also. Okay. Now, what is the use of posting period variant here? That I'll tell you. So generally, let's suppose in the previous, like Tata Motor is there. We are doing this configuration for Tata Motor. So Tata Motor is, let's suppose Tata Motor is using Tally ERP right now. Right now, in the sense, like, first of all, let's suppose like here, Tally, and then SAP. So the legacy system is Tally or any other ERP, not only Tally, guys, any other ERP. right? Apart from Tally, any other ERP. So whatever their legacy system is there, right? In that, certain problem is there, certain glitches are there. What? That I'll tell you now. Okay. So generally what happened when the users are posting a transaction, okay? Let's suppose there is a transactions worth of a particular amount. There is a transaction worth of like 4,000. Okay. Now this is an invoice. Let's suppose we have received from vendor. So this invoice we have received on, say for example, this invoice we have received on this date. Okay. Now let's suppose, so just assume that, let's suppose we are using calendar year. Calendar year means what, guys? Calendar year means if you talk about the month, so which one is the first month? January is the first month, right? Which one is the first period? January is the first period, right? Calendar year. So throughout the world, calendar year is being used by everybody in our daily life, right? If I say today is 7th or 6th or 5th or whichever the date is there, right? Or 5th or 4th. So that is like the same date is there throughout the world. Of course, some different time zones are there. So that is why somewhere it could be 6th, somewhere it could be 5th, like that. It's okay. But calendar year is being used by everybody. If you talk about the companies, then companies are using different financial year, that is non-calendar year, are going to be used by certain company. That's even certain companies are using calendar years also. It depends. Those also we'll discuss. Okay. Now, so let's suppose right now we are using calendar year. Tata Motor is using calendar year. So on this date, one invoice we have received from a particular vendor. Okay, any invoice. It could be rent related invoice, audit fee related invoice, or say for example there is uh, or like a fuel expense or whatever this whatever invoice is there. Let's suppose the corporate office of Tata Motor is on lease, on rent. So every month what is happening, guys? We are receiving a rent related invoice from a particular vendor. Whoever the builder is there is going to send an invoice related to rent. So now what is happening, guys? So this invoice we have received on this date. Okay. Okay. Now generally month end it is going to be, but every, let's suppose 25th itself they are going to send the invoice. Okay. So that what will happen after some time, because if you talk about the payment, so uh, payments are going to be released by Tata Motor after 15 days from the date of invoice posting, right? So let's suppose on 25th it was posted. So next month what is happening? 10th, next month 10th, let's suppose, or 9th, we are going to release the payment of this vendor. Okay. Now, so this 4,000 worth of invoice we have received from vendor, that is rent related invoice, and it was received on 25th. Okay. So this is called your invoice date, right? On this date we have received the invoice. Try to understand, guys. It's pretty simple, because the major problem is that configuration part, it's a matter of just 2 minutes. We can complete the configurations, right? But what is the use of this configurations and all? What for we are doing these configurations? That we need to understand. The control. So invoice we have received, the user has received this invoice on this date. And let's suppose they are still using legacy system only. Still they are using legacy system. So now here what will happen, guys? Okay. So here this invoice was received by user. Let's suppose the builder is sending like invoices in like physically they are going to send some of certain, like sometime what happened, like let's suppose if you talk about my previous implementations. So there they used to receive the invoices through courier, and even they used to receive the invoices via email also, soft copy also and hard copy also. So let's suppose from builder, like they are going to courier the invoices, right? Via post they have sent. So when the invoices are, so that invoice was received by, in every organization there will be one reception counter, right? So when the courier guy came and given this, whatever the post, and in the sense whatever these couriers were there, they have given to the reception counter. From reception counter, what is happening, guys? Multiple letters will be coming. Of course, so Tata Motor means it's an organization, so various different kind of letters and will be coming. So in that, like, and most likely it will be invoices only, and certain other letters also will be there. It's okay. So now what is happening, guys? From reception counter, receptionist will be there. They are going to, the receptionist is going to distribute this, all these couriers to the respective department. So whatever the invoices were received, that is going to be handed over to the account and finance department, guys, because that is belongs to those people. Now, so let's suppose this invoice was handed over to finance department, right? So in finance department, there will be certain people who is responsible to post this invoices, guys. Now, so let's suppose this invoices, so this particular invoice was given to a particular person to Mr. A. This invoice was given to Mr. A, that this is the invoice which we have received, just take it. So now what is happening, guys? It means the invoice was handed over. Now this was supposed to be posted into, let's suppose, system, right? Into system. So which system? In the sense ERP, whatever the software they are using, right? So let's suppose they are using legacy system, in the sense SAP is not installed yet, right? Still our configurations are going on, right? Okay. So in legacy system, so what is happening, guys? By the time this invoice was received by Mr. A, it was already, let's suppose, 4 o'clock evening, right? 4 o'clock or 4:30 or 5 o'clock it was. So now what is happening, guys? So evening 6 o'clock, everybody's are going to log out. So since the invoice was received by Mr. A in last hour, so what he thought, that okay, anyway now I'm going to log out within few minutes, so I'll post this invoice tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow means which date, guys? So A thought that I'll be posting this invoice on 26. Okay. Now, so this invoice he just kept somewhere on the drawer, on his table, right? Okay. Or is somewhere he kept in drawer, somewhere he kept. Okay. Now, so generally it was supposed to be posted by him on 26. But what happened? Tomorrow once he came, he forgotten to post this invoice into system, in the sense legacy system, right? He forgotten to post this invoice on legacy system. So what is happening, guys? Invoice was received on 25th, but it was not posted. Now what is happening, guys? Now let's suppose today is 5th. Okay. So on 5th, he was just taking out certain things and all from his drawer, and then he found that this invoice is there. And then he was able to realize that, oh my God, I forgotten this invoice to post. This was I received on 25th itself, right? So it was supposed to be posted, right? Now, what happened, guys? I'll tell you. So this invoice, whatever was received, right? So it belongs to a vendor. Who is the vendor, guys? Let's suppose there will be some ABC builder which has like sent this invoices, because as I said, like whatever the premises and building of Tata Motor, corporate office of Tata Motor is there, is on rent, like they have taken on from a particular vendor on lease, right? So every month what is happening? Certain amounts they are going to pay to that particular builder in terms of rent, right? So what is happening, guys? So rent related invoice are going to be sent by, right? Rent related invoices are going to be sent by builder. So that, so there'll be like for organizations, what is happening, guys? Let's suppose for individual, we are going to pay our rent on month end, right? Now, in organizations, what is happening, guys? If let's suppose certain invoice we have received today, it doesn't mean that the payments are going to be made today itself. It is taking some time. In organizations, this is what the rules, right? Rules in the sense like if invoice was posted today, the payment may be posted after 15, in the sense payments are going to be made after 15 days or after 30 days, after 60 days, right? So different payment terms will be there. Okay. There'll be a separate topic called payment terms. That also I'll explain in details, guys. Okay. So different payment terms will be there. So let's suppose this ABC builder, right? So payments for that builder, what is happening, guys? Payments are going to be made in 15 days, right? In 15 days, the payments are supposed to be made. So this builder is going to send the invoices on every 25th or 26th, right? This is the date on which they are going to send the invoices. So on 25th of every month, right? So let's suppose this rent related invoice we have received on 25th. So what is happening from 25th? 15 days is going to be counted and the payments are going to be released. If we have July month rent invoice we have received, right, on 25th. So July month rents are going to be paid on 10th of next month, on or around 10th of next month, right? So every month, either 24 or 25th or 26th, it is going to be, invoices are going to be received, and from there 15 days are going to be counted. So around 9th or 10th or 11th, these are the date on which the payments are going to be released to the builder, right? Okay. So I'll tell you guys, if it was posted on 25th, if it was posted on 25th, Then what is happening? Then after 15 days, in the sense, let's suppose it should be 9th because July is 31, 31st, right? So now here, let's suppose after 15 days means 0908. On this date, this invoice is going to be due. Okay, this invoice is going to be due. Okay, if it was posted on 25th, then what is happening? The invoice is going to be due on 9th, right? Why? Because it was posted on 25th. Now it is going to be due on 9th. How it is going to be due, guys? On 9th. So, of course, the calculations are going to be made by automatically. Okay, in SAP, we are having a setting called terms of payment. So with the help of terms of payment, what is happening, guys? Automatically system is going to, in terms of payment, we specify, let's suppose 15 days. So automatically system is going to calculate this terms of payment in the sense 15 days, let's suppose from this date. And then when this invoice is going to be due, guys, it is going to be due on 9th. In the sense 25th, we have posted this invoice and add 15 days in 25th. So on 9th. Why? Because 25th. And then what is happening? So here in current month, 7 months, 6 days. Why? Because that July is of 31 days, right? So 6 days and plus 9 days here. So let's suppose 15 days. Now, so it is going to be due on 9th of August. So when it is going to be due on 9th of August, guys, when it was posted on July, right? But this person was not able to post this invoice on July, right? And he thought he'll be posting on 26th, right? But even it was not posted on 26th. Now he came to know that he forgotten to post the invoice and he realized on 5th. So what is happening, guys? The problem is if this invoice is going to be posted on this date, then what happened? Then whatever this ERP they are using, that ERP don't know that he has made the mistake. So on 5th it is going to be posted. Then what will happen, guys? This invoice is going to be due on which date? On 28th. Because from here system is going to count the 15 days, right? So who has made this mistake? The mistake was made by this user A. So why the vendor is going to suffer, right? So vendor has sent the invoice on 25th. They will count their 15 days from 25th only. They will be also having, they are also using certain ERP, guys, certain software. So in their system also they have posted these transactions that yes, we have sent an invoice to Tata Motor, right? So after 15 days, if they have not received the amount, they are going to escalate this matter. They are going to send a reminder message to the finance department that we have not received our amount yet, right? Okay. So if finance department is going to check, then finance department found that this was posted on 5th, right? So of course they are going to catch this person that why it has happened. If the invoice was received on 25th, why didn't you post it on 25th itself, right? So people are very clever, guys. He realized on 5th, right? He realized on 5th. So the invoice is going to be posted into this legacy system. So actual posting date will be now. So what is happening? This 4,000 is going to be okay. So invoice date was 25th, right? But what is happening, guys? He is going to post the invoice on this date itself. Okay, he's going to post this invoice. The actual posting date is 5th, but when he is going to post the invoice, right? So posting date, he is going to keep the posting date. Let's suppose now, or it's like I'll just do one thing. So invoice we have received on 25th. Okay, but at the time of posting the transaction, he is going to give posting date. He is going to give the posting date 25th itself. Okay, even though the actual date is 5th, but he is going to give the posting date 25th itself into system. Okay, so here what will happen? In the sense, this is called transaction posting in back date, right? Transaction posting in back date. So he is posting this invoice on 25th itself, and but what is the actual date of posting, guys? The actual date is 5th, right? It means what he has done, he has done certain manipulation. Manipulation means today is 5th, but since this fellow has made the mistake, now he know that if he is going to give this date of invoice posting date as a 5th, then the invoice is going to be due on 28th. So vendor is going to receive the late payment, and then the vendor is going to escalate this matter to the management. Management will make the check the system, and they will come to know that this invoice was posted, there was delay in invoice posting, and of course then those people are going to ask the question from this person that why you have done this, right? They will scold, right? Now, so in order to avoid his mistake, he has posted this invoice on, this is called backdated entry. Backdated entry means he has made a delay, so he is posting this invoice in the previous date, right? So on 25th he posted the invoice. So 25th means, again now what is happening, from there 15 days will be counted, and actually on 9th the vendor is going to receive the payment. So if vendor is going to receive the payment on 9th, there is no problem. Vendor will not escalate this matter because vendor has nothing to do with like on which date we have posted the invoice in our system. Vendor needs the payment on time, right? So what happened? This fellow, even though he has made the mistake, but still he was able to manage it. He was able to manage it, right? Okay, his mistake. But there will be a problem. There will be a problem in backdated entry, let's suppose. So in that case, what is happening? It means whatever the legacy system is there, easily they are able to manipulate. How? So even though they have made a delay, right, because of their negligences and all, right, because of their like carelessness, we can say, right, so that it got delay, but still they know very well that okay, it's okay, even it got delay also, no worries, I'll post this invoice again in the previous date so that it will be due on time and there won't be any problem. But there is a problem. Where is the problem, guys? So let's suppose whenever any invoices are going to be posted, on that there will be a tax is also going to be imposed, right? The tax is going to be imposed in the sense, guys, tax is going to be so that whatever invoice amount is there, that is going to be given to the, that payment is going to be made to the vendor, right? But whatever the tax is there, that is going to be paid to the tax department, which comes under government, right? Of that particular country, a particular country, right? Okay. So tax department. Now, so when we are posting a transaction, let's suppose this is rent related transactions, right? So when you post a transactions, what is happening, guys? A particular tax also will be imposed on that, on these transactions, right? Which tax, guys? So here, let's suppose if you post any rent related invoices, right? A particular tax is going to be imposed. That tax is called TDS. Okay, TDS, let's suppose 10% TDS is going to be imposed. Okay, 10% TDS is going to be imposed. Okay, so 10% generally, 10% TDS means that amount, like 4,000 worth of invoice we have received, on that 400 TDS is going to be deducted. 400, there will be a detailed session on this one, guys, how it is going to be configured into SAP, that will discuss in detail. So now what is happening? 4,000 worth of invoice we have received, out of which 10% TDS is supposed to be deducted. So what will happen, guys? This 10% TDS got deducted. So how much payment is going to be received by vendor? Only 3,600 worth of payment is going to be received by vendor. Okay, 3,600 payments are supposed to be received by vendor, right? Now, so here what will happen, guys? Now, so generally, now there is a rule. So let's suppose this invoice belongs to July month, right? This invoice belongs to July month. Okay. Now in July month, what is happening, guys? Let's suppose you just do one thing, guys. I'll just make it like 10,000. Okay. 10,000 worth of invoice and 1,000 worth of TDS. When we post this invoice worth of 10,000, let's suppose 10% TDS got deducted. I'll tell you guys, don't look at this account perspective or finance perspective. This is just a mathematical calculation. Whether you are from finance background or non-finance background, right? That doesn't matter. I'm talking in terms of mathematical calculation here, right? So 9,000 worth of payments are going to be made to the vendor and 1,000 tax got deducted. This is just a mathematical calculations, right? So think in that perspective. Don't go for accounting aspects and all. Okay. Now, so here 1,000 worth of TDS supposed to be deducted. So only now 9,000 payments are going to be made to the vendor, and this 1,000 TDS, the tax which was deducted, that is going to be deposited by Tata Motor to the tax department. Okay. So what happened, guys? Let's suppose in July month, okay, okay, just in July month, or we can say July period, right? Okay, month is nothing but period is nothing but month. So in the period of July, what we have done overall, let's suppose 1 lakh worth of invoices we have posted, right? In July period, overall what is happening, guys? 1 lakh worth of invoice we have posted. So now what is happening, guys? So in July period, overall how much TDS got deducted, guys? How much TDS? So 10%. It means 10,000 worth of TDS got deducted overall, right? 1 lakh worth of invoice we have posted means multiple invoices will be there. Certain invoice worth of 5,000, few invoice worth of 2,000, maybe 6,000, maybe 10,000, right? Different invoices we have posted. So in total invoices in July period, how much? 1 lakh worth of invoice got posted, and total TDS got deducted, that is 10,000 worth of TDS got deducted. So what is happening, guys? So let's suppose whatever the TDS got deducted on next month, in the sense every 2nd of August, it is going to be deposited to the tax department, right? So all the July month TDS whatever got deducted, in next month 2nd, it is going to be deposited to the tax department. Likewise, whatever the TDS was deducted in June month, that is all this TDS is going to be deposited to the tax department on 2nd of July, right? And whatever the TDS are going to be deducted in August month, that is going to be deposited to the next month, that is 2nd of September. This is what the, let's suppose, procedure. So here in July month, total TDS 10,000 got deducted. In the sense, this much TDS got collected from vendor. We can say deducted, collected, whatever it is. So that was deposited to the tax department on 2nd of August. Now come back on this case. So this fellow, this person, Mr. A, this invoice belongs to July. This invoice belongs to July, right? But what happened? The actual posting date of this invoice was 5th, right? On this date, he has posted this invoice, right? On 5th, he has posted the invoice. And while posting the invoice, he was just giving a posting date 25th. So it means even though the actual posting was on 5th, right? But the posting date he has given 25th. So this particular 10,000 also, this 10,000 invoice is also going to be part of which month, guys? This 10,000 worth of invoice is also going to be part of July month only, right? Because actually he posted on 5th, but he has given a previous date. While posting the invoice, he has given previous date, 25th. So what is happening? Whatever this ERP they are using, that is going to post this invoices on 25th. It's okay. So it was posted on which month, guys? July month. But actual date was 5th. That is August. So here is the problem. Now when he posted this invoice, 10,000. So what is happening, guys? A TDS was also got deducted worth of 1,000. Right? So now what is happening, guys? So overall invoice which was posted in July, that is 1,10,000. And overall TDS which was deducted in July month, that is 11,000. But what is the actual payment we have made to the tax department, guys? That is 10,000 only. This is the actual payment, right? This is the actual payment made to the tax department, right? But actual deduction is 11,000. Overall deduction is 11,000, and the payment which is made to the tax department is 10,000. So this is called tax manipulation, and it is not at all good for the health of any organization, guys, right? Why? Because when the audits are going to happen, right? Right? Statutory audit, or like let's suppose when the audits are going to happen, in that case, when the auditors are going to make the audit and all, let's suppose they have checked in July month, overall invoice worth of 1,10,000. TDS got deducted 11,000. It 11,000 worth of TDS, but the actual payment they have made worth of 10,000 only, right? So there is a manipulation of taxes worth of 1,000 rupees, right? So organizations generally will not do such kind of things, but because of carelessness of one employee, what is happening? Now there will be a question marks on the credibility of an organization, right? The mistake was made by one employee, and during audit, they found that they are doing certain tax related manipulations, isn't it? So here is the problem, right? Here is the problem. So now what will happen, guys? What about the management of Tata Motor? They will never allow such kind of mistake, and they will never accept such kind of mistake. But there is no control. There is no control. Why? Because that users, even they have made the mistake, but they know very well that it's okay. I'm going to post this invoice into previous date, right? So they have posted this invoice on previous date. even though it was 5th, but they have posted in 25th, right? So since it was posted, this invoice actual posting date was 5th, right? So that is why what is happening, guys? So 5th. So and the TDS payment is going to be made on 2nd. So till 2nd, what is happening, guys? Till 2nd, in July month, overall 1 lakh invoice, 1 lakh worth of invoice was only there, right? And overall 10,000 TDS. So 10,000 payment was made. Now till 2nd, 10,000 only TDS was there. Actually on 5th he realized, and on 5th itself he posted the transaction. While posting, he has given the date, that is 25th. That is why this invoice was also added in July month itself, and now overall TDS become, that amount got increased and it become 11,000, right? But when it become 11,000, guys, actually it become 11,000 on 5th only, and the payment we have made on 2nd itself. So auditor, when they are going to audit, they don't know this story, right? Of course, if they are going to check each and every invoices one by one, then there might be a chances they will come to know. There might be a chances they'll come to know. Okay. Okay. So now, so this is what the problem. So this is called a kind of, now, so here this is called, this is a kind of loophole. In the legacy system, this can be called as a loophole, right? So what will happen, guys? The management will never accept such kind of mistake, but they don't have any control, right? They can't do anything. User has made the mistake. Now what is happening, guys? They will never accept that they have done, and they will not disclose these things. So this is why every month what is happening, such kind of mistakes are happening, and the people are very much carelessness. So these things are happening when, if they are using what is a legacy system. Now what is happening, guys? Now I'll tell you. Now they are going to use, let's suppose now we have entered into SAP system. Okay, so in SAP system, what is happening, guys? In SAP system we are having option. We are having option. Which option is there? In SAP system we are having posting period variant. Okay, there is a setting called posting period variant. Look at here. So in SAP system, what is happening, guys? We have option to open and close the period. Okay, open and close the period. What is this open and close the period, guys? Let's suppose such kind of options will be there. We have created one posting period variant. Let's suppose we are going to set up one posting period variant. How it is going to be, I'll tell you. So we are going to set up one posting period variant. Okay, a posting period variant is going to be set up. Let's suppose that code could be, let's suppose any code, guys. Let's suppose TPPV, Tata Motor posting period variant. This code I am going to give. Okay, or TM 01, 02, 22, whatever it is, any code can be given. Okay, this is our posting period variant. And then what is happening in SAP now, how this is going to be controlled, how this problem is going to be controlled into SAP, that I'll tell you. So as I said, in legacy system, there is no such control. What is happening? Even though user forgotten to post an invoice on the correct date, right? So he knows very well, or she knows very well, that it's okay. Even later also we can post this invoice, right? We'll give the back date. Now in SAP system, what is happening, guys? We have posting period variant. So let's suppose there is a code, this TPPV, this is the posting period variant we have created. Here what is happening? You'll be having options. What options? I'll tell you. So this is called from, date, then here year, to date, and here year. I'm typing in shortcut. Don't look at the spelling. from date, then year, to date, and year. So what is happening here, guys? From date. Sorry, not from date. From period. From period, then year, and to period. Look at here. I've already from period, year, to period, year. Right? So now here what is happening, guys? I'll just tell you what is the option. So let's suppose if we are in July period. So what is happening? Only July period will be, July month is going to be given here. Okay, July month is going to be given here. Okay, so what will happen? July period is given. So now what is happening? And this posting period variant is going to be linked with our company code. It means it is going to be assigned with our company code. Okay, whatever the company code is there. Okay, let's suppose 0102. Let's suppose TM22 is my company. So this is going to be linked with your company code. Now, when we post a transaction is going to be posted against company code, right? Then SAP is going to find out that against this company code, what is the posting period variant? The posting period variant is TPPV. It's okay. Against this posting period variant, which period is open? So 7th to 7th. It means only 7th period is open for transaction posting. So in this case, if the user is going to post any transactions which belongs to the previous period, in the sense June month, that is not allowed. And by mistake, if user is going to give any date which belongs to August month, that is also not allowed. System will check which period is open, only July is open. It means July related transactions only will be posted. Okay. Now, this fellow, let's suppose now he has made a same mistake. Let's suppose same mistake is going to be made if let's suppose somebody, if we are using SAP and a similar mistake has been taken place. So if the same mistake has been taken place and now they are using SAP, then what will happen, guys? So he realized on 5th of August. And now let's suppose that now SAP is there. Legacy system is not there. Just assume now we are using SAP and it is 5th of August. So 5th of August means August period was open. So from August to August only, right? If I say from 7 and to 8, it means July month is also open and August month is also open. So user can post the transactions belongs to July also, and user can post the transaction belongs to August also. But I have open 8 to 8 means only 8 period is open. August period is open, right? So now here what is happening, guys? August period is open. Okay. So when this fellow is going to post the invoice, the actual date was 5th of August, but he is giving a posting date that is 25th of July, because on this date he received the invoice. So he knows that if he give 25th, then 15 days are going to be added by system and this invoice will be due on 9th of August, right? And payment team will make the payment on 9th. So no one is going to find out the mistake, right? Okay. But now since we are using SAP, so actual date is which one, guys? Actual posting date was 8th. It means that we are in August period. And we are in August period. And posting date he is giving 07. It means July period. Posting 25th 07. So system will check that posting date is July, belongs to July. So system will check July period is open or not. So July period is not open. It is already closed. We are in August period. Then he is not, SAP system will not allow him to post the transaction, saying that this period is not open into SAP. Now what will happen, guys? Now this fellow is going to be caught, in the sense at any cost, he has to post this invoice. If he posts this invoice in August month, then vendor is going to escalate. In that case also he is going to be caught. If you post the invoice in August month, then vendor is going to get late payments. So vendor is going to escalate this matter, right? Then also people will check who has posted the invoice, and they will ask why you have posted the invoice on this date, whereas you have received already earlier, right? Then he is going to caught. Or else, if he is trying to post this invoice in backdated as a backdated entry on 25th, so that 7th period is already closed here into SAP. So SAP is not allowing him to post the transaction in the previous period. Now what will happen, guys? In that case, he doesn't have any options other than accepting his mistake to the management. Maybe the team leader or manager, whoever is there, he has to approach there and he has to accept the mistake that, so I have made a mistake, right? I forgot to post the invoice on which belongs to so and so date. Now when I'm trying to post this invoice in SAP, it is saying that 7th period is already closed, right? So kindly open the previous period so that I will post the invoices, and and then I'll not do such kind of mistake going forward, right? I promise that I'll not do such kind of mistake. So look at here. Here the management is very much happy. Why? Because now they got the control. This is what the benefit of SAP, guys. Now they got the control, and look at here. Because of this control, whatever the mistakes were happening earlier, now it will not happen, because now user came to know that such carelessness is not going to be acceptable. Mistake means once or twice, right? You cannot repeat the same mistake every time, or else what will happen, guys? People will discuss these things at the time of appraisal, right? Instead of 20%, they'll give 2%. Then people will be able to realize that yes, they have made the mistake earlier, right? So this is what the control of posting period variant, right? If posting period variant means, if we are having a kind of, this is having a control, right? We can put a restriction on the user that if the current period is open, in the sense 8th period is open, then the transactions which belongs to 8th period, that only is going to be accepted, right? Transactions which belongs to the previous period is not allowed by system here into SAP, right? So this is what the benefit of posting period variant, right? So posting period variant means, okay, there might be one more question that what about this user? Even he can also open this period. So no, in SAP we are having another control also. Every user cannot do such kind of things. There will be authorizations related control also will be there. So opening and closing the period, let's suppose those authorizations were given to a different user ID which belongs to managers. So manager only can open, and managers or TL, they can only open and close the period. So now this user must have to approach to the management that kindly open the previous period. Then what will happen, guys? Management will give a warning that okay, this time I'm going to accept. Make sure that next time you should not make such kind of mistake, right? They will specify the warning, and they will say that while posting the transaction, you must have to write certain narration. You have to write the narrations that in this invoice belongs to previous period, by mistake we are posting on so and so date. So that what will happen during audit, if the auditor found also, if they will check the invoice, they will come to know that okay, this was a mistake, so anyway they are going to rectify this. So that is acceptable, right? So they will open the previous period, and then what will happen, guys? Then this guys will be able to post the transaction on 25th, right? And the vendor will be receive the payment on time. But now what is the benefit here? The benefit is that the management came to know that okay, users are making mistake, but now this time since we are having control, so they they approached us, they accepted their mistake, and they also promised that now they will not make such kind of mistake in future. And this is how the control will happen, and this is how these people are going to become sincere, and then next time onwards they will not do this mistake because they know that SAP is going to be used, right? In posting period variant, certain other controls are also there, guys. That also I'll explain, but that I'll explain in next session.